I'd like to welcome everybody to our May 20th Brigantine City Council meeting. Please rise for the flag salute. Remain standing while our Deputy Mayor Karen Pugh leads us in prayer.
Heavenly Father, thank you for the precious gifts of freedom, the freedom to worship, to speak, and to live according to our conscience. On this Memorial Day, we remember with deep gratitude the brave men and women who gave their lives so that we might enjoy these liberties. Their sacrifice reflects your love. Help us use our freedom wisely to serve others, seek justice, and reflect your light in a world longing for peace. Comfort the families who have lost loved ones in service and remind them that their sacrifice was not in vain. May we each live each day with thankfulness and courage, honoring both their memory and your grace. In your name we pray. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. We'd like to honor the passing of Mr. William Hoffman Sr., who has been a resident of Brigantine for many years, where he and his wife Tina raised their 4 children, Barbara, Beth, Christine, and retired police captain Bill Jr. He is also survived by his 8 grandchildren and 1 great-grandchild. Bill had a long career with the FAA and loved to travel with his family and friends. He was a longtime member of the Brigantine Recreation Commission and was often seen cheering for his grandchildren at their crew races, track races, and lifeguard events on the beach. Please keep the Hoffman family in your thoughts and prayers. Thank you. Please be seated.
Christine, can you read the Open Public Meetings Act announcement?
Notice of this meeting has been provided as required by law.
Thank you. Tiger, do you have an executive session tonight?
Yes, Mayor, we will need an executive session. Topic will be contract negotiations.
Christine, can you read the resolution?
The governing body will now enter executive session. Minutes will be made public on the need for confidentiality no longer exists.
We have a motion, second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passed. We'll be back probably about 20 minutes. Yes. Let's get to it. Excuse me one second. Let's wait on council. Principal Vic. All right, can we have a motion and second to resume the meeting?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passed. We're going to resume the meeting. Carl, can you summarize?
Sure. Carl Taylor, Park McKay, during executive session tonight, there was discussion of a contract with personnel. Actions taken this time.
All right, thank you. All right, we need an approval of our May 6, 2026 council meeting minutes. We have a motion and second. Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
You,
Yes.
Lettieri?
Yes.
Hany?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Haynes?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Need our approval of our bill requisition list. We have a motion and second.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
You,
Yes.
Lettieri?
Yes.
Hany?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Haynes?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes.
Motion carried.
We have our public comment. This is on agenda items only. Anybody wishing to be named, anybody wishing to be heard on any agenda items, please come up and state your name and address for the record. Seeing no public comment, we're going to close the public portion. First up, we have ordinance number 8 of 2026. This is a public hearing and adoption. This is an ordinance to amend section 198-34 definitions and sections 198 through 63 general regulations of the city code to ensure compliance with the revised New Jersey PAC/real regulations. We have a motion and second. At this time, we'll open it up for a public hearing. Anybody wishing to be heard, please come up and state your name and address for the record. Are you speaking on the PAC regulations? No. All right, so we have another open. This is just on public hearing. All right. All right, we're going to close the public portion. Any council comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
You,
Yes.
Lettieri?
Yes.
Hany?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Haynes?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, next up, we have ordinance number 9 of 2026. This is an introduction. This is a bond ordinance providing for the lead service line replacement project in and by the city of Brigantine in the county of Atlantic, New Jersey, appropriating $11,500,000, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $11,500,000 in bonds or notes to the city to finance the cost thereof. A motion second.
Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
You,
Yes.
Lettieri? Hany?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Haynes?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes.
Motion carried.
We have ordinance number 2026-10. This is an ordinance amending chapter 246 of the code of the city of Brigantine. We have a motion and second. All right, this is for short-term rentals. Can we have questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
View.
Yes.
Lettieri?
Yes.
Hany?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Kane?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes.
Motion carried.
We have resolution number 2026-131. This is a resolution establishing the dates for the citywide yard sale and waiving permit requirements. This is June 12th through June 14th. A motion second.
Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
View.
Yes.
Lettieri?
Yes.
Hany?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Kane?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Resolution 2026-132. This is a resolution authorizing a refund for an overpayment of a rental registration fee. A motion second.
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
View.
Yes.
Lettieri?
Yes.
Hany?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Kane?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Resolution 2026-133. This is a resolution authorizing reimbursement for a damaged mailbox caused by a snowplow operations. A motion second.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
View.
Yes.
Lettieri?
Yes.
Hany?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Kane?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Resolution 2026-134. This is a resolution authorizing the tax collector to issue overpayment refunds. A motion second.
Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
View.
Yes.
Lettieri?
Yes.
Hany?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Kane?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Resolution 2026-135. This is a resolution authorizing a contract with Tuckahoe Sand and Gravel for I-5 gravel in the amount not to exceed $25,000. The purpose of this is to repair our beach paths that have been damaged due to the beach erosion. Motion second.
Make that motion.
Second.
John, I just want to thank Public Works for all your work out there. I know people are excited to have this done as we come up on the summer season. So I know it's a valiant effort keeping those paths good. If there's no further comments, can we have roll call?
View.
Yes.
Lettieri?
Yes.
Hany?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Kane?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Resolution 2026-136. This is a resolution authorizing a contract with Northeastern Electrical GC Services for electrical services to the welcome sign flagpole in the amount of $7,973.40. Motion second.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments?
What did it need?
Say it again. What was your question?
What did it need? Like, what was it's a brand new flagpole out at the welcome sign at the foot of the bridge there.
Okay. Like lights.
And lighting, yeah, the lighting for it and everything, the wire.
As you know, you can't have the flags light proper lighting.
Very good, thank you.
There's no further questions. Can we have roll call?
View.
Yes.
Lettieri?
Yes.
Hany?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Kane?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Resolution 2026-137. This is a resolution authorizing change order number 1 for City Hall Complex HVAC system upgrades. This is an increase of $91,516.19. Motion second. Basically, a lot of the HVAC system in City Hall is original, like in the police department. They still have chillers instead of air conditioning units. So I like how he's looking for it. When the contractor started to get into the work, this is extra wiring, extra pipes, things that didn't come into play. So they're trying to make sure that everything's done right. I know me personally, if you're going to do a job, do it right. As they got into this, and this is something that we expected, there's additional work. So this reflects that work. There's no further questions. We have roll call.
View.
Yes.
Lettieri?
Yes.
Hany?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Kane?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Resolution 2026-138. This is a resolution authorizing a contract with Tactical Public Safety to move the radio site to the 14th Street Water Tower. This is the amount of $51,250. Motion second.
Second.
Yeah, so you know how we do all the work on the water tower? We had to have everybody move their stuff off. Well, Tactical, who does this, charges for it to come off, and they're charging us to go back on. I don't agree with the fee. I understand why they're doing it. They're a business, they need to make money. I know that they have costs. I know that it's necessary for police and fire. I just want to say, I feel like it should be part of the contract, but I get it. There's costs to doing business, right? I get it. Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that. I want to hold you to that.
Put that on the record.
Wait, let the record. Let the record reflect. If I've learned one thing in government, never say never. Because, I never saw Storm turn around and go the other direction and hit Brigantine, but, Sandy. All right, so now I appreciate that, John. It should have a very long life up there, and I know that we've made that tower and the corral up top the best it could be. So I'm going to go with you, but hopefully. All right, if there's no questions or comments, can we have roll call?
You,
Yes.
Lettieri?
Yes.
Haney?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Kane?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Resolution 2026-139. This is a resolution authorizing the submission of applications for fiscal year 2024 flood mitigation assistance FEMA program grants from the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Before we introduce this, is that the right year, 2024?
Yes, that is the right year. So this is the grant that we applied for the
Yeah.
shoreline on East Shore Drive, Golf Course Drive there.
Okay.
So in 2024, we applied for this, and then FEMA stopped all of their grants, and now they're reopening the same year. Yes.
All right, yeah, I just wanted
Yeah,
to
we
make
had the same
sure.
question. Yep.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure before we did it, because we can correct it right now if it's not the right year. That's
That's
why I
correct.
waited.
Yeah.
All right, so good. So can we have a motion and second?
I'll make that motion.
Second. All right, Tiger, thank you for explaining it. I appreciate that. All right, so we have a motion and second. We're good. Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
You,
Yes.
Lettieri?
Yes.
Haney?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Kane?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Of our consent agenda, we have St. Thomas raffle license numbers 1153 and 1154, chamber raffle license number 1155 and 1157, American Legion raffle license number 1158, special event permit, Good Times in Jersey. A motion second.
I'll make that motion. Second.
Questions or comments? We have roll call?
You,
Yes.
Lettieri?
Yes.
Haney?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Kane?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes.
Motion carried.
We have our council manager committee discussions. Tiger, anything for us?
Mayor, two things. I know you said never say never, but after that damaged mailbox caused by a snowplow, John will never let me drive a snowplow again. The only thing I want to add is I want to thank the members of Public Works for getting the veterans banners up. This was a couple-year project we were working on, and we got them all. A bunch ordered last year. Unfortunately, they came late in the year, and we weren't able to display them. But I am really thrilled. Man, we've had so much positive feedback. And John had a great idea because we had some extra spots to get some flag banners as well. And even put them in the beach parking lot, some of the beach parking lots. I noticed one right back out here, our parking lot right here. So, man, what a cool thing to go up on that promenade and walk it and see all those banners and all those local faces.
The minute they went up, more people are coming in.
Yeah, we've already got about a dozen more applications that Rachel is processing. So, yeah, it's exciting. So thank you, John, to your crew.
I want to thank both of you guys for getting that done. Really important. And I think something that's awesome about walking down the promenade is it's like walking down memory lane and seeing like a lot of the old time families, people that like I knew and respected as a kid, but never realized they were veterans. And to see them up there and walk through there, and I think it's really important to make sure that we hold on to and maintain that legacy. It means something to be a veteran. It means something to serve this country, and it's something that should never be forgotten. And I want to thank the two of you for your hard work on this. I know, Tiger, on day one, taking this job, it was the first thing you ever brought up to me. And I was like, absolutely, let's make it happen. Between you and John, making that happen is huge. That's a legacy that we should always continue. It's something I'm very proud of about our community. So thank you both. Okay, John. All right, go over to our department heads. No? Everything everything good for Memorial Day. We're ready. I know it's going. I know Beach Patrol's not here, but it's going to be a wet weekend. What? I'm going to throw it out. Curveball. You guys know off the top of your head what beaches will be open this weekend? Is it the usual Roosevelt, 16th Street, posted on Facebook, 34th Street? Depending on the time, absolutely. All right, perfect. So rain or shine, I saw that the Beach Patrol said we will have lifeguards out there, and I don't know if people saw what happened in Ocean City. It's tragic, you know. That's why we always say make sure you swim by a lifeguard. And it's why we have Beach Patrol out there, especially early season. So again, please swim by a lifeguard. Just make good decisions. All right, go over to our deputy mayor.
Again, the flags, the banners are gorgeous. I happen to be in this building. Coming onto the island when I found out that they were with my daughter, and we went up there, and she never met her grandfather. He had passed before she was even born. And there he is, right up there. All right. There have been a lot of questions recently about projects and issues in the first ward, which the mayor has provided updates for on social media. In case some of you have missed these posts, I'd like to review what has been done. First of all, for several years, we've known that the tot lot on North Shore Drive across the street from the Lynx Clubhouse is in dire need to be replaced. The city applied for and received a grant, a Green Acres grant, to cover 75% of this project, which is estimated to cost $565,500 in grant funds, as well as a loan of $184,500. The total being about $753,115. We will keep you updated as we move through the necessary steps to complete this project. Next, several people have inquired about the area next to the tot lot. Again, for many years, we've discussed the possibility of having a permanent kayak launch. Presently, folks park near the North Shore Drive, park along North Shore Drive, and walk their kayaks out into the water to launch. The first phase of this project would be to construct a shoreline protection for that area. We will apply for DEP permits to put in a gabion system and eventually look for grants to build it into a taxpayer-funded project to provide this area for kayakers to launch. Also, the corner of Sheridan and Roosevelt has come under fire lately. It has always been an area of concern, and now that the sewer work is finished, we are just waiting for the reconstruction and repaving to begin sometime in June. The police department, thank you for putting the cones out to help improve traffic flow and increase visibility of the stop signs. We did ask about the possibility of installing four-way stop signs on each end of the 100 block of Roosevelt. This is not possible because they can only be placed on square intersections, which these two areas are not square intersections. As part of the reconstruction and repaving project, concrete islands will be built on both sides of Sheridan Boulevard as it enters Roosevelt. Please be patient and careful as you enter this area, and please slow down on Roosevelt Boulevard. There have been several complaints about the rough on the golf course not being cut. I want to let you know that the rough mower had broken just in time for the rough to start to grow. The mower has been repaired, and the grounds crew has been out there this week catching up on these areas. And I want to say that the course is looking great with all the work that is being done in many of the areas that in the past have had poor drainage. Finally, I want to thank John Doring and Public Works for repairing the slide at Shark Park. I'd also like to let our residents and visitors know that it is just as easy to call Public Works at 609-266-7800 to report these issues as it is to put it on Facebook. please make sure that you come out to the first farmer's market of the season this Saturday from 8 till noon, weather permitting. But there are approximately 70 vendors this year, and throughout the year, we're going to have 25 young entrepreneurs selling their wares and their services. Happy Memorial Day to everyone. Stay safe, be well, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Yes, so flags. Sandwich up there. Number set up to look good. And it's incredible the number of people that walk by. People, couples, looking up to the flag and say, isn't this great? Isn't this great? You know, that was the consensus. The arrow sitting up there, everybody loves the flags. It's so nice to see you do it. But thank you, John. Also been fielding a lot of questions regarding the handicap access at 13. State failed to finish the project. This, and it discussed. City do anything. State fails to do anything.
That's what we got to get clarification on. So it's actually the county. So we reached out to the county. Each of you should have received a letter that our city manager sent out to the county administrator. Kind of Paul bringing up all of those questions that you had. And also one of the things we would like to do is request a walkthrough with the county engineer, county administration, and the engineering firm who does all the inspections. There's some issues that we believe weren't properly addressed. We're asking for clarification on those and to do a walkthrough to make sure that that job is 100% complete and to everybody's satisfaction before the county closes it out. So until we have those answers and have that walkthrough, we don't know. And we also want to make sure too that, you know, the county knows and understands that there might be some issues there that they're unaware of. So that's kind of why that letter is there, because that's kind of the partnership and stewardship that we have with them to make sure that. So that'll be the first step. Once we do the walkthrough, we'll be able to make a determination on what the next steps are, especially for the, I'm going to call it a handicap ramp, because that's what we use it for. It's an ADA ramp, ADA access. And I don't know if the county's aware that the ramp is currently taped off and is taken out of the project. Yeah, that was.
That's
Yep.
access.
And that's our concern, and I don't know if the county's aware of that, so that's why our city manager sent a letter to the county administrator to make them aware of the situation. So it's one of those things. I know Karen had kind of said that people put stuff out on Facebook when they put on the phone, so we're kind of doing the same thing, is putting a letter to them and say, hey, here's things that need to be paid attention to or you might not be aware of. Let's sit down and talk about this and how we proceed. Yeah, and I believe we have an outstanding relationship with the county, and I believe they've always done the past. So it's just a slow process. That's that along. Thank you. And Paul, I appreciate that, you know, as a second board councilman, that you're on top of this, making sure everything gets done correct. Exactly. Eat your sandwich.
There's a lot of places I can't go that don't like gravitate. Oh, I got a question for you. You know, I didn't get any rentals this year because people looked at the beach and said there's no access on 13th Street.
And that is an issue for the rental properties, having that access. Like I said, the county may not be aware, but that's who we give that opportunity to work with.
So that's it. Have a safe and pleasant.
That's Dennis.
Yes, thanks, Mayor. So just as Paul was speaking about this Monday, the 25th, Memorial Day, day when we honor all our service members who paid the ultimate sacrifice in serving our country. Very solemn day, but a day that we also revel in that bravery and those brave members who did pay that ultimate price, sacrificing their lives. So with that said, this Sunday, step off is at 10:45, I believe, for the parade at the north end of Revere.
I have 10:30.
I got 10:30 rebel time, muster up time, 10:30?
I thought it was, yeah, if I'm wrong, somebody tell me, 'cause I
No.
don't want to mess it up. I have on my schedule 10:30.
We'll call it 10:30, 10:45-ish, how's it?
Yeah, all right, I'll be here early, because I don't want to be late.
So, yeah, so gather up at north end of Roosevelt Boulevard, Revere Boulevard by the library and down to Veterans Triangle. It's always a beautiful ceremony when we honor those memories. And so for those who can make it, it's just a beautiful, wonderful ceremony. And also, I was unaware that Mr. Hoffman had passed away, Bill Sr. What a wonderful man. I was on the recreation board with a great sense of humor. Always loved to laugh. So, yeah, rest in peace, Mr. Hoffman. Thank you, Ken, for honoring his memory. Thanks. That's all I got.
Thanks, Mayor. As always, support our local charities. As Dennis mentioned, the parade, the Step Off Memorial Day ceremony sponsored by the VFW. Please go support them afterwards. They always do a nice after party. Usually, they get a free drink when you walk in. Sponsored by one of our local businessmen. And then after that, please support the Elks. You have clam bake on Sunday as well, so that'll go on the rest of the day with live music. Keep these great charities going on our island. That's all I got. Thank you.
Yep.
At the Garden Club meeting this week, we started working on some of the beds. It's looking fantastic. So we're getting some plans together. They got all their flowers and bushes in. They got their team set. We've already been out there working. Did have the opportunity. So we have HCIT. A lot of questions. Facility out there. See everybody.
Thanks, Mayor. Thanks for everybody for coming out. Got a lot going on. Besides everything else, John, fabulous job on the flags. But besides the farmer's market and the parade on Sunday on May 3rd, we have our bonfire for the summer on 26th Street. It's right by Dennis's house, so you can stop in there and say hello to Dennis too if you want. Then we have Chamber of Commerce has a nice sunset social at the Brigantine Historical Museum, June 3rd from 6 to 8. So that'll be a good night there at the Brigantine Historical Museum. Good reason to go there, and they'll have some, hors d'oeuvres and some things. Not going on summer season. Chamber movies at the beach. 4 movies: July 7th, the 21st, August 11th, August 18th. Family fun weekend, July 4th, 3rd, and 4th. So a lot of good stuff going on. Food truck festival. We got one a month for June, July, August. So that's basically it. Thanks.
I forgot what your phone number was, Mike.
Yeah.
All right, first of all, John, I want to thank you and the management team at the Links for taking care of that grass. I know it was a little bit transition coming in on it right away. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Tiger, please pass that along. That's how we get stuff done. The other thing too, Chief Ward, I want to thank you for addressing the traffic issues back on like Roosevelt and Sheridan. I know you guys took care of that right away to make it safe. A lot of the residents who live in that area could not believe how fast PD responded, made things safe out there. They're good with it as a temporary measure. We'll keep that going until we get the concrete on. So thank you very much. One of the things I want to bring to council's attention, the community's attention, I think it's something that nobody's really paying attention to, but it's something that I think doesn't just impact Brigantine, but I think it impacts all of South Jersey. I don't know if people are familiar on what's happening with Atlantic City, with their pilot. If you don't know what a pilot is, it's a payment in lieu of taxes. Long story short, there was a disagreement between Atlantic City and the casinos on how casinos should be taxed. Ended up in a court battle, ended up in Atlantic City and the county, I believe, having to pay a lot of money back to the casinos. They put a pilot in place in order to make sure that there's, I guess, an acceptable payment from the casinos to Atlantic City and to the county. That pilot is set to expire this year. I don't know what the answer is going forward, whether it's putting another pilot in place or coming up with a system of how they should be taxed. My concern is if this isn't done correctly, you could see 3 casinos close their doors, and you're looking at 20,000 plus people losing their jobs. This reminds me very much of the housing crisis, market crash we went through in 2008, and it will have ripple effects on every single municipality. The other thing that concerns me, you're starting to hear talk again about North Jersey gaming. If we can't get this situation straightened out in Atlantic City, and you start seeing casinos close because it is not financially viable for them to be there, that could decimate South Jersey. And this is something nobody's paying attention to. I know our county executive worked really hard when the first pilot and second pilot were put in place. I know we filed litigation to make sure that the taxpayers in Atlantic County were protected. You know, we're lucky to have good people like him and Senator Palestine and Senator Brown who worked on this before. But this is something that needs to get done. I've had the opportunity to talk with some people. I know that there's a foundation there, but this is something that people really need to pay attention to because we need all of our community leaders on board to get this done before the end of the year. It can't be a last minute thing. So I want to make sure that people understand the gravity of making sure that this is done correctly and that we have, you know, cooperation and partnership by all of the people who need to be involved in this. There's a lot of smart lines, but it's got to get done right. So this is something we're going to start asking questions about. I think it's something that impacts all of us. So I'll keep people posted as we move forward, but probably biggest issues impacting all of us right now and nobody's talking about. So we'll keep you posted. At this time, I'd like to open it up. Anybody wishing to be heard, please state your name and address for the record. The floor is yours.
Okay, the gentleman were first. I thought I'd give them the opportunity.
Sorry, you're in uniform, so I will defer to you, sir.
Thank you. My name is Ed Dixon. I live at 3507 Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. I'm a lifelong member of the VFW in Washington Township, a lifelong member of the Knights of Columbus in Washington Township, and also a member of the American Legion in Ocean City. And I'm here to thank you for all you do to honor our military veterans. The Memorial Day tribute, the 83rd anniversary of the invasion of Normandy, June 6th. Think of that day. Over 2 million military personnel, over 4,000 ships, and over 7,000 planes of all type. The greatest armada the world has ever seen. As you know, after a long battle, defeating the enemy, this year we will celebrate the 250th anniversary of our great country and independence. Our military has allowed our country to live in freedom. Many good men and women fought and some never returned, but are still in our hearts. Today, they are still fighting in foreign countries to keep us safe and preserve our freedom. In November, we celebrate Veterans Day, a great remembrance and tribute to them. There is something I would like all of you to consider. I am here to ask this Mayor and Council to consider dedicating the month of August to our military veterans, men and women. They have made many sacrifices for us and their families. It is the veteran, not the preacher, who has given us freedom of religion. It is the veteran, not the reporter, who has given us freedom of the press. It is the veteran, not the poet, who has given us freedom of speech. It is the veteran, not the campus organizer, who has given us freedom to assemble. It is the veteran, not the lawyer, who has given us the right to a fair trial. It is the veteran, not the politician, who has given us the right to vote. Back in the day of our forefathers, they started with a militia, all men and women in the country at that time. An army grew, then a navy, then Marines, then the Coast Guard, and then the Air Force. Now, 250 years, the greatest military in the world. On July 4th, we celebrate our 250th anniversary of our independence. And next door in August, with your approval, we will honor all those who made it possible. May God bless all of you, and thank you for your attention.
Ed, what do we need to do? for
Pardon me?
Sir, what do we need to do for August? Anything special, resolution? What is it? What's the action? item, sir?
All I ask is for either resolution or proclamation on paper. I have a copy here I could show you if you'd like to see before I leave. It's up to you. Or I could come back and visit your office and drop off a copy. They can make a copy of it. But if you'd like to see it now, I'll get it for you.
I'd say if you have a digital copy, if you can make sure you get that to our city manager and your contact information, I'm sure I'm speaking for council, but we would be honored to do that.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely, sir.
Appreciate it. I'm also in contact with Congressman Jeff Andrew. He has made a offer to our representatives in Congress to dedicate this month. He himself had a different month in mind, but after speaking to him with the successes that I've had with the different cities, he changed it to August. And there's another reason for August if you'd like to hear.
Yes, sir.
August is the last month of summer. There are many important days in August to celebrate. August 1st is Air Force Day. August the 4th, the United States Coast Guard was established in 1790. The 7th Purple Heart Medal was established in 1782. And the Veterans War began, or the Vietnam War began in 1964. On the 14th, Japan surrendered, ending World War II, 1945. On that same day, there was a National Navajo Code Talkers Day. I assume some of you remember that. They made a very big effort during that war.
It's the only code that could be cracked.
On the 16th, National Airborne Day. On the 19th, National Aviation Day. And last but not least, Women's Equality Day on the 30th. Our hope is that when I was growing up every morning at 6 p.m., the Star Spangled Banner was being played. I don't know if any of you remember that. That's why I always woke up early, especially on the weekends, and heard that going off first thing. It is starting again. The Great American Family, apparently on CBS, will have that on 6 a.m. in the mornings. Tune in bring back some memories. So thank you again.
Ed, thank you for coming in and thank you for your service.
You're quite welcome. Thank you again.
Just make sure you hook up with Tiger before you go.
Okay, I will.
Yes, John.
John Johnson, 36 Coke Hill Beach Drive. With the bond ordinance concerning lead replacement, does that mean that the property owner will not be responsible for the cost?
Tiger.
No, not necessarily. So this is the first step in us trying to secure funds because, but it is still to be, we still got to determine how that pricing ratio is going to fall. There is going to be some costs to homeowners for this.
Okay.
This is to cover the larger scale because there's a lot to be done with this.
When I
Remember, this is a state project that was mandated to us.
I hate it, right? All right, thank you. But also special thanks to the whole city, particularly Tiger and John for all they do. But you certainly do honor and salute our veterans. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Still under public comment? Or close the public portion. Any final council comments?
Yeah, Mayor. Sir, thank you for your service once again, and your service to the Legion as well, to the American Legion. And I just wanted to, touching on that, piggybacking off of what Mark was saying earlier, even at the VFW, the Elm, get over there. Our American Legion had, be remiss if I didn't mention this, a few of us were able to make it, we were kind of spread thin that day. But this past Saturday, they had their Armed Forces Day celebration, and they installed a new commander, Julie Browse, captain, United States Navy, 25 years U.S. Navy. So whatever we can do to get over there and support the Legion is always a great thing too. And obviously at the VFW when they're always, they're great. But the Legion, we all love the American Legion as well. So I just wanted to mention that. Thank you. What's that, sir? Do you have their phone numbers? I don't have it on my phone, but it's easily online. Yeah, I can get it for you. It might take me a second.
If you contact our city manager, I'll make sure he gets it.
Okay.
I have both phone numbers.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. There's no other council comments? Just one of the last things I just want to say, I think on this Memorial Day, I want to make sure that we always honor and remember our brave men and women who sacrificed their lives in the name of freedom and safety in this country. Everything that we have in this nation is because of their love, their dedication, and their sacrifice for what matters most. Thank you. We have a motion and second to adjourn. Second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passed. Thank you for coming out and watching your council team at work.